Tell me, did I really hear train choo-choo sound effects while Braun Strowman was running? Nah, this can't be real, man. This cannot be real. Choo-choo. The whole point of the story is that Shane McMahon thinks that Braun Strowman is stupid. Nah, man, a stupid man would not have train sound effects when he's running.
Choo-choo, it's a Strowman Express.
It's a train because, you know, Braun Strowman is this big dude. What kind of sound effects would I have? Oh, come on.
Braun is stupid. So stupid.
What is going on, people? Welcome to another episode of Greatness of Raw. How are you guys doing today? Other than Braun Strowman turning 5 today, we didn't get anything that special. Now, it wasn't a bad show. We saw The Fiend, and it's official, we're getting that WrestleMania match. And if we're not getting worms, I'm going to be very, very disappointed. You know what? Spiders. I hate spiders. One thing that I always appreciate is Bobby Lashley's phenomenal almighty WWE champion entrance. He was facing Sheamus again tonight, and Sheamus looks like he went through war. Mad respect to Sheamus for entertaining us every damn week and giving us the best match of the night. I've said it many times already, Sheamus is criminally underrated. He's underrated ever since Drew McIntyre is no longer his friend. And obviously that was another great match of Sheamus versus Bobby Lashley. Weird that it actually kicked off the show, but this match basically told me one thing. We are definitely getting Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania, and it's not gonna be a triple threat match because last time Sheamus lost, he got pinned. This time, Sheamus tapped out, Bobby wins the match, and Bobby Lashley is also pretty confused. He's angry at the Hurt Business because they actually helped him win the match. And he's like, you know, you're making me look weak. That was actually MVP's problem as well. And after the match, we saw the Hurt Business beating the living crap out of Sheamus, but Drew McIntyre for some reason decided to help Sheamus, you know, to save him, even though Drew McIntyre is no longer his friend. And that was actually a pretty nice moment. Drew McIntyre says, I dare you to punch me. See what happens. Drew basically wants to do it right now, but MVP doesn't allow Bobby Lashley to, you know, get into this brawl. MVP says save it for WrestleMania. And like I've said, after this, we saw MVP and Lashley being angry at Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin. MVP tells them to think about how they're gonna make things right. So this rivalry definitely has that big match feel. I'm honestly very excited, but like I've said, I kinda felt sorry for Sheamus. But good news, during this show we actually saw Sheamus interacting with Matt Riddle with his cuter, and Sheamus took a look at it and decided to attack Riddle with it. So I guess we are seeing a United States Championship match at WrestleMania, Sheamus versus Riddle. Maybe not the most interesting story, but I mean, I guess we're gonna get some funny moments. Matt Riddle being confused and Sheamus just being like, take it seriously, fella. We saw the long-awaited return of Peyton Royce, and she faced Asuka, and this was, man, I want her to be successful, you know. I don't want to be a dick, but that was definitely a sloppy match, you know. It was pretty slow, and I don't know, man, it looked like training. She could not keep up with Asuka. Maybe she wasn't ready for Asuka. And just like expected, Asuka won the match with the Asuka lock, and then we saw Rhea Ripley making her Raw kind of a debut, I guess. Re-debut. Charlotte Flair is not gonna be at WrestleMania. She's covering from COVID. I won that match at WrestleMania. Asuka talks in Japanese a lot, and I couldn't understand anything, but then she says, I accept. Here you go, people. Another rivalry that makes no sense whatsoever. People, this is gonna be a great match, I'm sure. This has a lot of potential. The thing is, you know, Rhea Ripley wasn't even on Monday Night Raw. So out of all the women on the Raw roster, Rhea Ripley is the one who's gonna get the championship match at WrestleMania without winning the Royal Rumble match, without winning a number one contenders match, without beating anyone on Monday Night Raw. You know, in kayfabe, now I don't want to see this match, don't get me wrong, in kayfabe, story-wise, logic-wise, Dana Brooke deserves a Raw Women's Championship opportunity more than Rhea Ripley. You know, Drew McIntyre, well, at least he beaten a lot of opponents on Monday Night Raw, he's the top dude. Rhea Ripley just made her re-debut. Maybe I'm overthinking it, you know, at the end of the day, I don't really care that much about these kind of things. I'm just saying what doesn't really make sense and could be avoided very easily with some Battle Royals, number one contenders matches, you know, all that simple, very simple shit. Drew has a good idea. He says to Adam Pearce, let's have a handicap match. If I beat Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander, they're banned from being at ringside at WrestleMania, which is good, you know, that's the way it should be. The one thing that I don't like is, why would Bobby Lashley even want them at ringside? Yes, he's a heel, but you don't see Brock Lesnar being like, I need help.
I'm an innocent farmer and I need a lot of help from other superstars.
No. Treat Bobby Lashley as someone who doesn't need help. He's here to destroy everyone by himself because he's that damn strong. The Miz and John Morrison challenged Bunny to a WrestleMania match. Well, it's actually The Miz who's gonna face Bad Bunny at WrestleMania. And the whole story right here is that The Miz, you know, is angry that some celebrities basically invade WWE and get all these opportunities, and he's on the poster. The Miz is not on the poster. The Miz is basically a mark. You know, he keeps saying stuff that WWE fans say all the time.
This is a celebrity, this is an old man, why is he taking opportunities?
You know, that kind of stuff. And in a way, you know, you could say that The Miz is kind of a babyface right here because, you know, a lot of fans will agree with him. You know, we saw Jeff Hardy versus The Miz. WWE don't give a shit about Jeff Hardy, man. The man is just wrestling The Miz to put over Bad Bunny, whatever. The Miz wins the match. We saw Bad Bunny attacking The Miz with a guitar, and he accepts the challenge. So Morrison and Damian Priest are gonna be at ringside, I'm pretty sure. It says that on the graphic, so it must be true. Now, I don't know how I feel about this, honestly. This should be a tag team match. Why is it not a tag team match? It's kind of interesting. You know, you would think it would be a tag team match because Bad Bunny is not a wrestler, so most of the match it would be Damian Priest wrestling Morrison and The Miz. Now, it not being a tag team match might be better. I doubt it, but it might be better because it's basically telling me that Bad Bunny actually trained and he's not as bad as we think. We might get another Ronda Rousey type of surprise when she actually, you know, had the best performance at WrestleMania 34, I believe. You know, so it's possible. I'm not 100% sure, but I do believe that Bad Bunny is going to surprise the hell out of us. I like this whole New Day, AJ Styles and Amos segment. Basically, the New Day say that AJ doesn't even know Amos. His favorite ice cream, AJ gives you the wrong answer. Favorite wrestler, AJ says, well, obviously AJ Styles. Andre the Giant, of course. Then we saw AJ Styles versus Kofi Kingston, which was actually pretty fun. And during this, we saw Xavier Woods playing AJ Styles' TNA theme song. And we saw a great finish where AJ Styles wanted to do a phenomenal forearm, but Kofi catches him with the SOS for the pin. Very nice. It's actually the least important AJ Styles match so far at WrestleMania, but I have a crazy theory. You know, this is gonna sound stupid and this is probably not gonna happen, but I wouldn't be surprised, given what happened during this whole segment, if Amos will actually at WrestleMania attack AJ Styles and join the New Day. You know, Big E is doing his own thing, Amos joins the New Day, and he would be that awkward part of the group. While Kofi and Xavier would be dancing, he would try to do it, but not as successfully. So I wouldn't be surprised if that happens, because lately, most of the funny segments are actually with Amos. So, Omas. So, I don't know, that's a crazy theory. I don't know, it's shitty prediction, I know. But I would not be surprised if that would be the WrestleMania moment. New Day partner. Then we saw Drew McIntyre versus Cedric Alexander and Shelton and Benjamin. I kind of feel sorry for them because they were the tag team champions, and in this match they were, I wouldn't say buried, you know, this word gets thrown around way too easily, but definitely lost all of their momentum, lost the match very easily in a handicap match against Drew McIntyre, so they're banned from being at ringside at WrestleMania. Now, this basically told Bobby Lashley that he need to basically take care of Drew McIntyre. He doesn't, for some reason, want to face Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania, and he says to the 24/7 extravaganza jobbers that if you take out Drew McIntyre, I'm gonna give you a WWE Championship opportunity. Smart man, Bobby. Of course, I would rather face these wrestlers than Drew McIntyre. I get it, but you know, Like I've said, Bobby needs to be treated like a big deal, like a beast, almighty. He should want to face Drew McIntyre and dominate Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania and not avoid the fight. I'm down for Akira versus Bobby though. We saw Shane McMahon and Elias concert and I absolutely loved this song. They were singing about how Braun Strowman is stupid and that was actually a very good performance. Of course, Braun Strowman interrupts and then we got Braun Strowman versus Elias, and of course during this match we saw Choo Choo. This has to be the cringiest WWE moment of all time. Maybe I'm overreacting, but yes, we got a lot of embarrassing WWE moments, promo segments. We never saw a big man, a giant, having sound effects during a match while running. Train sound, that's crazy. I couldn't believe this is actually happening. I don't know. Like, out of moments that are not supposed to be cringy, this was the cringiest WWE moment of all time. I'm calling this video like this. I don't know. I don't care. That was really, really, really bad, but hilarious at the same time. I'm sure 0 people were actually into it. Choo choo. And after the match, Strowman challenges Shane McMahon at WrestleMania, and Shane McMahon agrees. I am actually very interested in this match. Definitely looks like a WrestleMania-worthy match to me. And of course, we saw Randy Orton trying to summon the Fiend. The bullshit comes to an end tonight. There will be no more Fiend, no more Alexa, nothing. We see Alexa Bliss with the box, and then the Fiend appears. Randy Orton is putting gasoline on him, you know, trying to burn him again, I guess, you know. Randy doesn't appreciate medium rare. He wants a well done Fiend. We saw an RKO, and Randy Orton's looking at Alexa Bliss, and the Fiend slowly gets up. We got the sister Abigail, and then they pointed at the WrestleMania sign. This looked pretty nice. I actually really liked it. I'm interested in this match, you know. Like I've said, I'm not the biggest fan of the supernatural crap anymore. I got sick of it probably because it happened on every single show and it wasn't even that good. But this match, it's gonna be different, you know. We're not seeing bugs, perhaps worms, but this time maybe they'll fix their pretty meh WrestleMania match they had at WrestleMania 33. So I think it's gonna be interesting. I cannot wait to see what they have in mind for this match. But now, just avoid giving us the Fiend on Monday Night Raw, you know. Don't... the overexposure ruined the Fiend last time. Kinda. So don't do this again. Make sure we don't see a lot of the Fiend. And for now, just... as much as I hate it, just Alexa maybe. Just use Alexa as much as I'm... Man, I don't know. I just want to see the match at this point, you know. Maybe have Randy Orton punt kicking jobbers that are not gonna be at WrestleMania anyway or something. Make sure Randy Orton is as crazy as he could be, so this way we know that Randy has a chance and this is gonna be a crazy match at WrestleMania. So this is your Monday Night Raw review. A pretty okay show. The thing is, most of the matches do look very good, but in my honest opinion, we do lack some legends. I know for some people that's not the case, but this WrestleMania just lacks something. And, you know, the build is not the best in my opinion. It's not horrible, it's just not quite WrestleMania. SummerSlam perhaps, not quite WrestleMania. And I don't know why. The biggest thing that I'm excited about WrestleMania this year is actually the crowd. But anyway, people, thank you for watching The Great One. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.